Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Ben 10's house. Once again, I have made this because a lot of you guys have requested it. So here we have it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here the house is from all of the angles that you might possibly want to view it from. It's looking pretty good if I do say so myself. And as a little bit of a side note, we do also have the rust bucket here. I'm sure that you guys are very familiar with this. So I don't actually show you how to make this in the video. This is just a little side build that I kind of made just kind of show off with Ben 10's house. I thought that it's kind of like a nice little throw in here. If you guys are interested in seeing a tutorial for this particular build, and I would understand if you're not interested because I mean it could look better, but it's actually really difficult to make it look like the actual rust bucket and still keep it at a size in which it makes sense to be built next to the house, if you guys understand what I'm talking about. So if you did want to see this, please do remember to leave a comment down below and let me know whether you do want to have a separate tutorial for the rust bucket. I'm more than happy to do it if you guys wanted to see it, but if you don't, I also understand that as well. If you enjoyed the video, please do remember to like the video. That would really help me out. Please do like the video if you would. I'd really appreciate it. I honestly would. It'd make me very happy. Without any further ado, why don't I actually show you how to make this thing? I think I've been rambling on for more than long enough. So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some white concrete, some dark oak wood stairs, some dark oak wood slabs, wooden trapdoors, signs saying glass pane, jungle leaves, stone slabs, stone brick stairs, some stone brick slabs, and we will also need dark oak wood doors, a little bit of green terracotta, lime terracotta, oak wood blanks, light grey concrete, and some buttons. And that is absolutely everything. Do remember that I will not show you how to make rust bucket in this particular video. I will only show you how to make it if it's actually requested down below. So these are all the materials. Once you have all of these, by the way, you don't need to use concrete if you don't want to. Quartz or wool will look just fine. Well, once you have each one of these materials, I can tell you that this house will fit into a 61 block. That's 61 blocks coming across the front of the build by a 44 block. That's 44 blocks going towards the back of the build area. This is so big because this includes the garden and the driveway and all of that stuff. The house will fit into a little bit of a smaller area, but this includes all the garden and all of the good stuff. If you like, you can place this area in your world. And if you do that, you're going to want to start off on the front bottom left-hand corner of your build. You're going to want to count in to the right, and you're going to want to find the 5th block in to the right. So that's the first block, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And then you're going to want to count inwards by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is where we're going to start everything off. We're going to begin with a row of 5 concrete coming up from the ground. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do 5 upper right diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do 5 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Connect that down to the ground. Take the block that hits the ground and go back from it by 2. 1, 2. Go right of that block by 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up on top of that block by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 8 upper left diagonals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then do 8 bottom left diagonals. So that'll look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, come on, 7, and then 8. Take that 8th diagonal, connect it down to the ground. So you want to have something which should so far look a little bit like that. That's a little bit difficult to place because of course we have the smaller frame in front of it. Once you've got that sorted out, we now want to take the block that we just went up on top of by 4 and then we did diagonals from. We want to take this block and we want to go behind it by 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. We then want to take that third block and we want to go right of it by 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And as a little bit of a side note, something that we can do here, it's just a little silly thing to mark it out. If you grab the dark oak wood door and the buttons, you want to take the second block in this row of 4, stick a dark oak wood door on top of it, then stick 2 white concrete to the right of the door, then place a button to the right of the second concrete, and there you have the entrance to Ben 10's house. I thought that we might just mark that out whilst we're here, just for the fun of it. Well, anyway, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take this 4th white concrete block right here, and we're going to extend it out in front of the build by 3. 1, 2, 3. Go up on top of that 3rd block by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 3 upper right diagonals. That's 1, 2, and 3. Then go right by 1. Then do 3 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2, and 3. Then connect down to the ground like this. We're then going to take the block that hit the ground and we're going to go back by 2. 1, 2. Then go right by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then take this 8th block and go back from it by 2. So that's 1, 2. Go right of that block, the second block, by 1. And up on top of it by 4. 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4. There we go. And then go right of that by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Connect that down to the ground. Take that block that hit the ground and go back from it by 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then take that 15th block, extend it all the way across the back of the build, and you want to keep going and going and going and going and going until you eventually line up with where the front of the build is. You guys will be able to see it quite easily. And then simply connect it all the way to the front of the house, as you can see me doing now. And what you'll have done there is you will have established the floor plan for the house. That is one of the harder bits of this house, believe it or not. The next bit is the roof, or the next hardest bit I should say. Well, once you've got that sorted out, we're going to add some details to the house. So most of the detail in this house comes from the windows. Let's add absolutely every single one of them. There are quite a few windows on the house. We'll start on the left hand side here. So on the left hand side, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the white concrete and we're going to connect the left hand side of the house together. So you basically just want to connect this front bit on the left hand side of the house together at the bottom. Then add an additional row of white concrete on top of that. So you want to have 2 rows of white concrete. What you then want to do is you want to, starting on top of this left hand row of white concrete, the one that you've just placed, you want to place yourself a dark oak wood plank. Then go right of that plank by 2 with the cyan stained glass pane. 1, 2. Then place a plank. Then a white concrete. Then a plank. 2 glass. Plank. Like that. Add another plank on top of absolutely every other plank. And then add glass on top of all of the other glass, as you can see me doing here. Add a row of dark oak wood slabs directly underneath the windows. Then place wooden trap doors left and right of the glass windows, as you can see me doing here. And those are basically just nice complete windows. They have shutters and window sills. They look quite good. That's one part of the house done. Let's move to this part just on the right, this small little bit on the right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to place a row of white concrete on top of this bottom bit that is just right of this. And then we are also going to just rise up that little bit on the left here. And what we're going to do is we're also going to place a row of white concrete on the left, just coming up from the, on the left part, coming upwards like this. And this will expose the 4 middle blocks of this particular part of the house. You're looking for these 4 middle blocks. And we're going to place a dark oak wood plank on top of the left hand 4th middle block, 2 glass in the middle, and then a plank on the right hand side. We're then going to add a plank everywhere that there's a plank, and we're going to add glass everywhere that there's glass. We'll place dark oak wood slabs underneath the entirety of the window with wooden trapdoors left and right of the window. So basically, in that same position, you guys can see what I'm talking about. You want to have a window. Then, moving to the right here, we have ourselves another part of the house. And we're just going to connect this bottom part of the house together. We're going to use white concrete again. Add another row of concrete on top of that. Then for this next row, left to right, on top of this second row of white concrete, we're going to place white concrete, a plank, 2 glass, plank, white concrete. You guys know the drill here. We then want to add another row of planks with another row of glass, with a row of dark oak wood slabs underneath that, with wooden trap doors on the left and right of the window. So we want to have something which should look very much like that. Now we have just one more window on the front to contend with. So on the front here, just right of this window, where we have this long row, it's kind of like a weird row, we're going to add another row of concrete directly on top of this right hand part of the house, just another row of concrete. And then let's start from the right hand side. On top of the right hand side, this right hand row of white concrete, we're going to go left and we're going to place 2 white concrete, plank, 2 glass, plank, add another plank on top of each one of the planks, add glass pane on top of the pane, add a windowsill using dark oak wood slabs, and then wooden trapdoors left and right to create shutters for the windows, like that. Now, once that is sorted out, we're just going to do the garage door. The garage door is very, very simple. So, just behind this empty space of rectangular white concrete, we're going to have a few rows of dark oak wood planks. So, we're going to have rows of dark oak wood planks coming all the way up to the top, except when you get one row away from the top here, we're going to fill the middle of this in using cyan stained glass pane, and then we're going to fill the left and right part of this in using dark oak wood planks. So we want to have an effect that should look like that. So you can see every single row except the top row, and it's just the 5, is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just the 6 middle blocks that are glass, and left and right, that is dark oak wood planks. And there's not too much more to it. Now, if we come to the back of the house, this is the next bit, and there is not too much more detail left with this house, guys. Believe it or not, it's very easy to make this house. If you come all the way to this back corner of the house, it's the back left-hand corner. If you place 2 white concrete coming up from the corner block, 1, 2, and then if going left, you place a dark oak wood plank. Then going left of that, place 2 glass, 1, 2. Then place a plank, then place a concrete, a plank, 2 glass, like this, then a plank, then we're going to take all of this and we're going to place white concrete underneath, and then we're going to add the windowsill. We're going to do that first this time. Then we're just going to take every plank, raise it up, place glass in between, and then of course we are going to add our patented wooden trap doors left and right of the windows, just to make them look nice and detailed. That's pretty much all there is. That's the cool thing about this house. It's such a big, nice looking house. It doesn't even require that much detail to do it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much the house. Except, you know what? There is a small little detail to add. So, you can see on the front of the house, right? Where we have the door. You want the same door on the back of the house. It's pretty much it. So, add the same door that you have on the front of the house to the back of the house. Now, once all of that is taken care of, ladies and gentlemen, once you've got all of that detail with the house, very small amount of detail, looks great though, we can move on to the next bit. So, what we're going to do next is we are going to build a foundation for the house. So basically, we're going to take every single row of the bottom of the house, and basically, we're going to take just the row of concrete that goes all the way around the base of the house, and we're going to raise it up by 4 blocks. So it'll look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do this going all the way around the house, and this is going to create the walls of the house. This is going to give us the walls. Now, it's going to look a little bit weird until we fill in all of the roof and everything, but this is going to create the foundation for the house. This is going to make everything a lot easier. It's going to make it so that the windows actually have blocks surrounding them and all of that fun stuff. You can see that just simply adding 4 rows of concrete going all the way around the base of the house like this, it just fills everything in. It's very, very simple to do. I'm sure that you guys won't have any problem with this whatsoever. And once all of this has been taken care of, once we've added the walls to the house, we'll will then be talking about the roof. I was going to say we're talking to the roof. That'd be a little bit weird if we actually talk to fictional Minecraft cyber roofs. That'd be a little bit strange, but you know what? You do what you want. If that helps you get this house complete, you feel free to talk to them. This tutorial has taken a weird turn. But anyway, the point is that we're raising up all of the base of the house. We're raising it up until it is like a row of 4 all the way around, and of course that includes the sides, that includes the back. We have a lot to do on the back. There's a lot of white concrete to add because of course the back is very, very detailless. The reason for that is there are not a great deal of shots. There's not a great amount of planning that can be taken with the back. A lot of it's guesswork on what's actually on the back of the house because there's not very many pictures. There's not that much from the cartoon that you can actually take and be like, ah, that's definitely on the back of the house. A lot of it is very much guesswork. So I've decided to keep things simple, keep it easy, and I have just chosen not to add that much on the back. Now, I figured that there would be windows, so I've added a couple of windows, and of course, I would assume that there would be a back door, so that's why I've made a back door. But definitely, the most important part of the house, absolutely, is the front of the house. As long as that looks good, ladies and gentlemen, as long as the front of the house looks good, then you're setting yourself a nice precedent for the rest of the house. I mean, as long as the front looks really good, and the rest of the house looks at least plausible, then, I mean, it looks, you know, it's not going to look out of place at all. But we have all of the walls built up now. We're now just going to fill in the space underneath the roofs. So we're just going to add white concrete underneath the roofs like this. Just going to add white concrete underneath the roofs. I don't know how many times I have to say that. And we're also going to have to do that here as well. And we're also going to have to just connect the roof together. Like, we're just going to have to place white concrete in this position just so that the roof makes sense. You guys will be able to see what I'm talking about in just a second. We're just adding all of this, so we don't want any gaps in the house, which is the most important thing. Okay, wonderful. So that's what we want. Okay, so now that all of this is sorted, the next thing is going to be for us to take care of the roof. I'm not going to lie to you, the roof is by far the hardest part of this house. So we're going to take it in baby steps because even I don't know the best way to actually show you guys how to make this. So like I said, we'll do it in little steps. So first of all, we're just going to establish that the roof itself follows its way up the triangular parts of the house. So like on the front of the house, for instance, where you have the 2 big triangular parts, we want to have rows of dark oak wood stairs coming up the side of them. And the roof also starts, the roof actually begins like on the side of the top of the house. So like the 5th row of the house, just above the windows, is where the roof actually starts. So like in line with that. The roof, of course, also overhangs the house by 1 row. So on the front, the sides, wherever it may be, the roof overhangs itself by 1 row. So you can see that's how this thing's going to go. And now that we've done that little bit, we're just going to do the bit just to the right of it. So we're going to take the triangular part just to the right of this, and we're also going to place dark oak wood stairs. And wherever you reach the top of like the triangular portion of the roof, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you might reach the top of the roof, so like this bit, a dark oak wood slab is going to get placed on top of it. So that applies everywhere, like that. Just going to get rid of that. And we're going to want to have dark oak wood stairs running down like this side of the roof like that. That's perfect. And of course, we also want to have the overhanging portion of the roof. So this is what like the front left-hand part of the house is looking like. That's not too bad. We also have a triangular portion here on this part of the roof. So we're going to wrap this around just above the entrance. And we're going to place rows of dark oak wood stairs here. And they're going to join at the top on this little right bit. They're actually going to join at the top back to back, like that. That's looking good. They, of course, also want to overhang the house as well. They're going to want to overhang the house like this, as you can see, like that's looking quite good just above the entrance there. And then here's where things just get a little bit crazy. I mean, basically, we want to take the right-hand side of this roof right here, and we want to wrap it around, and it actually wants to wrap around the entire house. Like, it wants to go all the way around the house. It wants to make the rounds, and it wants to go all the way around the side, and it's actually going to join the other part of the roof on, like, it's going to join the very front part of the roof. Like, it's going to go from absolutely one end of the house all the way over to the other end of the house, which is a little bit crazy. Yeah, it's actually a little bit insane. And once we get to this part of the house, we're actually going to take this part of the roof, the second row, and we're going to wrap this around, and we're going to extend this, going all the way around the back of the house, and we're actually going to bring it in, and we're going to follow the lines of the roof, we're going to follow the lines of the house, and we're going to find a way in which this will all connect together. Because it does, of course, connect together, it's just not in a way that is easy to describe at all. It's really not. I really wish that it was, but this house has been made in such a way that it's just, you know, you just got to go with the flow. You got to go with the flow of the build, and you've just got to keep extending the roof around. I don't know why. I always find roofs difficult. I'm not sure whether you guys will share the same sort of level of difficulty with me with, like, building these things, but it really is just, the roofs are the worst part for me, and especially when they don't go together in, like, a logical order. The worst part for me making a tutorial, I've said this so many times, is not being able to properly describe, like, what you've got to do. But, I mean, I guess that this kind of just speaks for itself. I'm sure that you guys will be able to follow this along and just be like, it's okay, I kind of see how this is going. So this is definitely going to be a really long part of the tutorial as well. I don't know whether this will be like almost as long as the part that came before it. I have no idea, but I don't really want to just leave you guys hanging with this. I want you to be able to watch me doing it. So at the very least, like, if you can't figure it out yourselves, which I wouldn't blame you if you couldn't, because like I said, it's kind of like a hard bit to do, then you'll be able to look at watch me doing it and be like, what did he do here? Oh, I see. Like, yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Otherwise, like with a lot of roofs, I'd just usually leave you guys to it because they connect together in such a logical and simple way. This one doesn't, so we're just gonna crack on with this. However, we have almost completed this right-hand part of the roof. You can see that we are getting cool shapes. That is one thing, actually, about having like an abstract roof like this. It does make a cool shape. It does make a cool pattern. That's what I actually like about it so much, that it does make a really, really cool looking roof. I just wish that it was a little bit simpler to build. Although I myself, I almost said me myself, is that correct? I don't know. Me myself, I myself, whatever. I can see how this is all actually going together. So you can see that's the first part of the roof kind of done. We're now going to join the middle parts of the roof here. We're actually going to join this middle bit together. So we're going to connect the two middle parts of the roof together now. We're just going to connect these. We don't have that many rows of them to do, and I guess this does actually connect in a way that makes sense looking at it. Like when you look at the roof like at the start, you're like, oh my god, how does this all join together? This is some sort of weirdness. But actually looking at it now, I guess I have done it in such a way that it does actually make it kind of like easy-ish to do. So hopefully this won't be too hard. Yeah, there we go. So that is actually most of the hard bit done. Like the next bit is basically just going to be us taking the big part of the big roof, the top part of the big roof, and we're just going to be taking this on Ben 10's wild ride, in which that we're going to just drag this all the way around the house. It's going to create some cool shapes. I'm going to like that. And I don't know, the roof looks really, really like 3D. There seems to be so many layers to this, but it's actually surprisingly been very, very little effort to make. I'm glad that I made it so easy on myself. Otherwise, this would have been disastrous. I don't know whether you guys have ever made something like this, but have you guys ever made a build where it's just so complicated looking and it's so hard to make, and you just look at it and you're like, oh, how did I even do that? It looks fine now, but how did I even get to that point? Well, that's what I sometimes go through. Like whenever I want to like replicate builds, make tutorials out of them, I'm always looking at them and I'm always like, how does that even make sense? How does that even go together? But I'm kind of happy that this has turned out completely different. But you guys can kind of see where this is going now. So this just going to keep going and going and going until we eventually, what will eventually happen is that we'll reach a part of the roof where like we can't place any more stairs, and then on top of that, all we'll do is we will add some dark oak wood slabs, and that's as easy as it gets. So we'll just, once we eventually get to it, we'll just fill the top of this roof in with slabs. We only have what? We only have like 3 more parts of the roof to do, as you guys might be able to see, and that will be that. Like I said, I'm actually really liking the look of this. It actually looks really, really good. I like how simple this house is a lot. That's one of my favorite things about it. It's like, another thing is that, like, it's just a regular house. Like, if you weren't into Ben 10 at all, if you didn't care about Ben 10 even in the slightest, then you could just like make this it's just like a nice suburban family home, if nothing else. So it's kind of like a win-win. Like, even if you're not into Ben 10, even if you don't particularly want to build this house, if that's not your thing, you can still build this because it's such a cool, normal looking house. I'm sure that some of you guys might even live in something like this. It's a huge house, so I don't know, but it's so cool. But anyway, we're very rapidly reaching the top of this, so we are going to reach a point, like I said, where like we won't be able to add any more stairs to this. That has to be placed to the side like that, and then to the side. Perfect. We will reach a point in just a moment when this connects to this. All we have to do is we just have to place dark oak wood slabs anywhere that we have any sort of gap, so it doesn't matter where that gap may be. But there we go. As easy as that, and that is the roof. That roof looks absolutely awesome, if I do say so myself. And all we're going to do now is we're going to place upside down dark oak wood stairs underneath any part of this that overhangs the front of the building. So absolutely anywhere where we have the set of overhanging stairs, we just want to have upside down stairs underneath. I don't know what better way to say it than that. That wraps it up ever so nicely. Just place upside down dark oak wood stairs underneath any part that overhangs, and that, once we've done this, will actually be Ben 10's house. And then we can go over what you might want to do after this, although I don't think I'm going to include it as part of the tutorial. I'm just going to show you guys what you might want to do to the house. But ladies and gentlemen, that is Ben 10's house. If we have a look at the back, I do believe that will be complete as well. Yep, absolutely perfect. But that is Ben 10's house. There's nothing else to really do about this. So if you like, you can also add a bit of a way to get up to the entrance. So you could add like a set of stairs here and maybe like stone brick slabs out in front of the entrance. You could add some bushes underneath the windows. So this left-hand window and this right-hand window in particular in the show actually do have bushes surrounding them. And we have some stone slabs around the bushes. Those are actually factually correct, like this. There's also bushes in front of the left windows as well, so you can place a couple of like normal-ish looking bushes in front of that left-hand side like that. And on the back, we also want to have a way to step down from the house. So if you want to place like a stone brick stair left and right of the actual back entrance, you can also. And that is most of it. That is actually pretty much most of the house. The only things that you might want to add now are a big fence surrounding the house, a little bit of grass, and a little bit of paving, which I'm not going to include in this tutorial because it'll take absolutely ages. Trust me on this one. But what I will do is I'll show you the original version of this, and then you yourself can make a decision on what you actually want to do with the house. But let me show you. Let me show you the original version of this. The tutorial portion of this is over, but let me show you what you can do to take this just to the next level. Alright, so here we are back at the original version of the house. You can see that this is incredibly similar to the one that we just made. So what have we got here? If you want to improve your house from what you've just made, there's just a couple of things that you might want to do. You might want to add a pathway from the front of the house leading out to the pavement outside of the house. You will then want to connect the pathway from the entrance to the house. You want to connect it all the way right, and you want to connect it to the driveway, which I haven't yet mentioned, but you should absolutely have a driveway on the front of the house, which should, as I said, connect to the pathway to the main house. There's also grass out front of the house, so in between the two pathways, I'd absolutely recommend placing some grass in between. I always like, as an alternative to regular grass, I like to have rows of lime terracotta and rows of green terracotta in succession. Lime, green, lime, green, lime, green. You guys get the idea. If you like, you can also add a path just to the left of the house, which also connects to the pathway out front of the house. It goes all the way to the back of the house, and then on the back of the house it comes all the way around, and it goes all the way from one end of the house to the other end of the house. That's just a 3-row thick path. We also have a nice oak wood fence that goes all the way around the house, so connecting from the back right hand corner of the house, it comes out a little bit and backwards and then across the back of the house, and it just pops out just left of the path that you might want to have, and it just stops where you actually have the pavement. It's very simple to do all of this. I'm sure that you guys will manage to do this without me actually showing you how to do it. I'm sure you'll manage to figure out the grass, the paths, the pavement, all of that. And just right at the house also, like as far as the fence goes, I've just dug that out and I've replaced artificial grass, and that is where I keep my personal rust bucket. I don't know whether I'd actually play... I might actually move it now that this tutorial's been complete, and I might actually dump it in the driveway. That's something that I actually did want to do. Or I might just extend the... driveway to the right so that it's not parked on grass. But yeah, guys, that's the house. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully, it's been some sort of help to you. If you've managed to make this house, I'd really appreciate it if you could like the video. I honestly would. If you could like the video, that helps me out no end. You guys have got no idea. It's one of the most important things you can do to help grow the video, help grow the channel, help me out. It honestly is. If you did enjoy the video, if you have made it, please do like it and consider subscribing to the channel. You might like my other content. Who knows? Consider subscribing. If you do, please click the little bell next to the subscription button. That ensures that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. Also, let me know what do you want to see. Rust bucket. It's actually missing the antennas off the front of it now. Actually, there are supposed to be 2 end rods on top of the stone brick wall. It doesn't matter, but you guys get the idea. If you want to see Rust bucket, comment down below and let me know what you want to see in the future in general. And if you've done all of that, which is a lot to ask of you guys, do as you will. I'm not making you do anything. It's up to you whether you want to do any or all of that. If you want to check out any of my other content, we have a lot of it. We do all sorts of different things around this channel. Check out the card system in the description below. We make more cartoon-related houses, as you can see, a little bit of a teaser for what the one after this might be. I don't know whether it's going to be, but we do all sorts of builds: modern, suburban, houses, hidden bases, cartoon houses, obviously. We do all sorts of stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you check it out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.